In the winter. No, to be honest with you, I called Dr. Jarrett and pursued this job heavily. I'd heard from some friends that it was going to be a real good job. It was a school that not only has a great reputation academically, the environment you live in, I mean, you live here, but also the fact they were going to join the Colonial Athletic Association, which is the conference that we were in at Maine, which was an excellent football conference. It's considered to be the top 1AA conference in the country for football. There's about 130 schools that play football in 1AA, so this is the cream of the crop. So knowing that Old Dominion was going into this conference, knowing this recruiting area, knowing the school, knowing what they were talking about doing with the program, everything just fit right. So I went after this job hard. They hired George Welsh, Dick Sheridan. I mean, obviously George Welsh, former great coach of Virginia. They hired a couple guys who knew what they were doing and said, show us how to build this program. Everything from what we need for facilities, what we need for scholarships, what we need for staffing, what type of a timeline do we need. You know, we're hiring the head coach. When do we hire the assistants? When do we start recruiting? Everything. So they did a tremendous amount of work leading in. What we're looking for are three things. We have three criteria. They've got to be great people, they've got to be very good students, and they've got to be good football. It was made clear to me by President Runta and Dr. Jarrett, we want to build this the right way. We want to bring in the best people, students, and athletes we can and build a quality program that's not just going to be a one-hit wonder, but that's going to continually be successful. And that's the goal we've been given. You're also talking about kids, Bob, that will come in, be recruited, come in the fall of 2008, and they're guaranteed to be redshirted, which means they're not going to play that year because we don't have any games. So they now get 5 years of college instead of 4. So we're talking to mom and dad about, look, your young man comes in the fall, our academic plan that we're going to put in place, we want them to graduate in 4 years. We want them to start working on their master's degree in their 5th year. The school that I'm coming from, Bob, we had an academic plan in place, and this past fall semester, I was there last season, so from September to December, we had 31 of our 76 players were Dean's List students. We had another 19 that were within a half a letter grade of Dean's List. So you're talking about a plan where these guys are up at 7 or 7:30 in the morning, they're at breakfast, they check in, they're either in class all day or they're in study hall. They work out in the afternoon between 2 and 6, they have dinner, and then they're in study hall from 7:30 to 9:30.